Do you feel pressured around this turn of the year time? New Year's, beginning of the new year, first few weeks. Do you feel like there's something you should do because everybody else is doing it? Even though deep inside you might maybe know, you won't be entirely true to yourself. And I will talk about New Year's resolutions. Why do we make them? How many did you make? Do you make one or two or 10 of them each year? Do you stick to them? Chances are you're not. You are making them, but when it comes to execution, you fail miserably. And I'm not going to keep some motivational talk here to tell you how you should, pull yourself up by the bootstraps and do amazing stuff. On the contrary, we will talk about why all of that is perfectly fine. We will relax on an ancient site, on the only or one of the only Stonehenges in this region. I'm in Southern Europe. Thousands and thousands of years old, from the time of early European farmers. Ancient oak tree. Well, it certainly is not thousands of years old, but I have a feeling it's not here by accident. So most of us make these New Year's resolutions every year and then we do not stick to it. But the thing is, that is more a rule than an exception. And we're going to talk more about that and why is it actually okay. So actually I believe I found some kind of shrine here under the oak tree. It's either a shrine or, something very meaningful to a group of people or one person, or somebody's child was very imaginative. Who knows? I will leave everything as is. There is some crystal here. I guess nothing too fancy. Maybe some calcite or something. But yeah, who knows what lies around. When you are here in ancient places, you don't only count on seeing ancient sites from that period, something from that period. There also is a lot of people who are interested in these things nowadays, and they visit them to meditate. Well, that's something that we are kind of doing right now, if you think about it as well. One of the reasons why all of your, or most of your, New Year resolutions fail is that you are setting the bar too high. You say to yourself, I'm going to go cold turkey in, leaving something I'm addicted to. Okay. But you need to understand, going cold turkey on anything is not an easy task. You might say to yourself, I will join a gym and I will go there each day, every day. And then when you find yourself failing, you feel miserable. If you're going to take anything from today's walk, take this. Stop down, breathe, think about stuff, don't rush, observe nature and observe human history. Somewhere around here, I'm not going to reach it now, but maybe soon, there is an unfinished grave. I want you to really meditate around this site. This is a grave that was built thousands of years ago by early farmers who mixed with hunter-gatherers and so on. Very little is known about the people who inhabited this place. But there was a grave meant for somebody, and in a way, there is either a grave or urn or something that is meant for you. Maybe it's not built yet. Maybe you already have it reserved. Who knows? But there will be something. You, my friend, all of you, including me, we are going to die. I'm not going to get into what you believe will happen after. I respect whatever you might think of it. But talking about this life we are having now, you need to make most of it. But don't pressure yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Don't make resolutions because you have no idea what they use this for. Don't make resolutions because it's a trend, because all your friends do. Make it because you really want it, if you want it at all. Don't push yourself and do it gradually. Step by step. You know, when you really want to do something, you will feel the motivation, the energy, everything. You will have a purpose. You will have a purpose so even in the days when you don't have motivation, and the motivation is a weird thing, it comes and goes, it's important that in those times when you don't have motivation and you don't want to do something, you get up and do it anyway. I don't mean no disrespect. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, you mustn't have New Year's resolutions, or that you are incompetent and lazy and you never do anything right. Who am I to say that? You don't know me, I don't know you. I'm just talking in general. I'm sharing my thoughts here. I'm taking you on a little walk to observe nature, to observe history, to think about stuff. My goal is not to implant ideas in your mind. Everybody has those, and we should respect them, you know? We should respect each other's ideas, beliefs, personalities, you name it. This is just to say that most probably, statistically, you will find yourself in January, February, March, or end of this new year, being disappointed, angry with yourself because you didn't do what you thought you will do. This is very dangerous. Don't do this. Don't hate yourself. Don't resent yourself. You'll only make everything much worse. Be very careful. And remember this. Remember these little woods, these ancient hill forts. When you get down, when you get sad, and you think about how you didn't do anything right this year, remember this and know it will pass. You are too hard on yourself. You are capable of doing things. Just give yourself more energy, more time. Give yourself a little break. Now let's go and focus on what we see around us. I already see something that annoys me, but I'm trying not to be annoyed. There's a lot of trash here in this area. It is cleared since the last time, which I'm glad for. But let's see, what do we have around us? Maybe we will find that unfinished grave. Who knows? Who knows for how long this place was inhabited? For thousands, probably, and more than probably, hundreds of years. Neolithic peoples, early European farmers were living here with their families, planting crops, praying to gods for rain. I don't think they had firecrackers then, but hey, who knows? If you look down carefully, you will be able to find pottery pieces. I'm going to take you on a journey to find them. Shouldn't be too hard. Now this particular piece is more than likely a pottery piece. Very old one, given how old the site is. I'm not an archaeologist or specialist, so just putting a disclaimer there. I have some experience in researching this stuff on my own. Here is another one. I can spot them quite easily. Oh, it's pretty. One side is more red and shiny. No, the other one is actually more shiny. The first one is the more matte and reddish. Sometimes on sites like these you will find pottery pieces. Other times you will find pieces from, house insulation and stuff. They used to do it from the mud or clay or some mix of stuff. But these are pottery pieces. They're all thin. A lot of them can be found in such places. I will let them be. It would be very rare to find something that's a bigger piece or a whole bowl or part of something that would be valuable and should be taken to a museum, I believe, or something. Now look at this, it's midwinter and this little guy is flowering. How cool is that? Here on the top of the Hillfort. Looks beautiful. The reason why this place looks so rugged up and blocky is because it was a stone quarry. I'm not sure was it medieval times or sometimes after that, maybe 19th century, 18th. But a large portion of the Hillfort got destroyed because of it. Luckily, not the part where the Stonehenge is. So, that is very fortunate. Even if you look around these areas, you will find a lot of pottery pieces. Sometimes you find a piece of shit. At other times, you find a pottery piece. You never know what life is going to throw at you. But it is up to us to prepare to expect both the shit and the pottery piece and the gold piece. And that is pretty much the core of today's point. Be prepared. So it is a first day of the new year, and if you're going to take anything from this short walk, take this. Don't be hard on yourself. Relax and observe from the little details around you. Learn from it. You will feel much better. Trust me. Happy New Year.